back to my channel. My name is Sierra, and today I want to work on this little mold here. I got a collection of these things just piling up. So I want to, here's one I did. So I want to get this one poured, and then once this cures, I think I'm going to do just a quick video on these shakers. I got so many of them. This is where I dump all my extra resin. So I have a ton of these. My granddaughters love these. So, and I got to get these to them. So I'm just trying to fill this up with glitter, or with resin. And then once this cures, I can top it off. I just want to make sure I get enough in there. Okay, I gotta get up into the castle a little better. Yep. Like I said, I just dump this resin in here. Okay, I'm just gonna finish filling it, and then I'll be back for the demold. Okay, this is cured enough. It's not completely cured. I'm gonna put in the Mayspring Dazzling Diamond. I got an ounce of resin mixed up right here. You don't want a lot of this. I don't know if you can tell how much that is, but that even may be too much. So I didn't even put all of that in there, because it will overpower your project. And you won't be able to see through it. It's pretty when it sparkles, but when you can't see through it, that's when it becomes a problem. So I'll mix this in. That should be good enough. I just want a little bit of sparkle. Okay. Let's pour this in. And you want to dome this. And that looks, let's see how that looks. It's looking really good. Okay, I don't want to overfill it. All right, and once it's cured, I'll be back for the next part. Okay, this is cured. I want to get this out of the mold. I always feel like this mold is going to rip every time I do this. And I have, just to let you know, I have cast a lot of these. I have so many of them that I have to finish. So that's what this video is for. So there is that. I have just a little bit of overspill. I love how this mold, how it finishes. Let me zoom in. Isn't that cute? Let me get on some paper. Isn't that cute? So I will be doing the next part of this video, and let me just get things set up, and I will be right back. Okay, I have some acetate here. I have the ones that I've been filling up with my extra resin. But I have this type here. Okay. And I also have, I'll show you this type here with the little castle in there. So I'm not going to do all of these on camera, obviously. I'm just going to show what I do. I get my acetate and I set it on top. like that, and I trace it with a pen. You can use a Sharpie if you want. And then I'm going to cut these out. For the ones with the little castle, I just do the circle because that's all that you need to do. The main thing you want to make sure you do is you make the acetate as wide as the opening that you're trying to cover. So I'm going to cut these out. I already have some cut out here, right here, that I have done. I have the one circle. So I'm going to cut these out, and then as soon as this is cut out, I will be back. Let me show you what kind of acetate I use. I'll try to have it all linked in the description box. This is the kind I use. It's just the Cricut clear acetate, and I get it on Amazon. I think the cheapest I've seen it on Amazon, 10 sheet for $3.99. So anyway, and I'm also going to cut just either on the line if I can, or if I'm not going, or just outside the line. I want to see some of that black pen, because I can always make it smaller to make it fit. But once you cut it off, you cannot put it back. So I'd rather it be a little big if it's going to be than small. Because if you're going to fill these like I am, you can fill them with distilled water. You can fill it with, I wouldn't fill it with tap water, because then you're playing around with the odds of creating mold, getting mold growing in your little shaker. You don't need to fill these with liquid at all. You can do a dry shaker, distilled water, glycerin, or baby oil. I like the baby oil. I like the way the baby oil moves. So I'm going to get this cut out. This one has to be my favorite, and this is from the that little excatl or oxacatl thing I made, and that's the extra resin for that. So I have these all flipped with the tops facing, they're all facing this way. You put your pretties in that side, you flip it over, got the resin on this side. So, and what I have now is I have some liquid latex, and I've got a little container here. I don't shake my liquid latex in the container at all. I do not shake it, and I keep it closed. This will prolong the life of your liquid latex. I'm just going to get a little tool here, and I am going to cover the backs of all of these with liquid latex, just on the back sides. It doesn't, you don't have to cover the sides up or anything like that. Just like this. It doesn't have to be thick or anything like that. So once I get this done, then I will be back and we will do the next step. So I will see you when this is done. Okay, the liquid latex is dry, which is good. And let's see, let's move that up a little bit like that. I have 10 ml of resin. I'm going to set that to the side. Don't need that right now. And I just pulled out some stuff for these little shakers. These here don't hold as much as these. So I'm just going to start putting some stuff in. I have just a variety of stuff here. I do know I want to use some of these. They're like the little acrylic diamonds. They actually look like the little diamond shapes. So I'm going to start putting some of these. I got them in different colors. And then I have these. They're little sequins. but they add a little sparkle, little something something to these. I like doing these. If you've been watching my videos long enough, you will know that I like doing my little shakers. They're time consuming the way I do them. You don't have to do them this way. I just found that they hold up better in the long run. This is little heart confetti. So I'm just going to sprinkle some in there. I don't use glitter in my shakers because glitter tends to get staticky in these. But I will use like little confettis and stuff like that. Now I have some of these. They're little acrylic beads. This is going to add some weight to get that moving. Just going to add a couple. Nothing major. I tend to overfill my shakers. I don't want to do that. But I like doing these. These are called little gemstones. These have a lot of sparkle to them, and I really like how these look. These are little clay flowers, so I want to add a couple in the bigger ones. I have some of these smiley face sequins. I love these little things here. I'm going to put 2 of them in each one. Got some glow-in-the-dark stars. A lot of this stuff I got from Michael's and Hobby Lobby. That's where I got the majority of this stuff from. Got this sequin mixture. This is very pretty. Little unicorns. What do I got here? Some clay. They look like little candies. Just going to dump some in. Okay. Use a little bit of mylar. Just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to continue filling this up, and when I'm done, I will be back. Okay, I have these filled, and now I want to make sure that these are the right size. Don't want to see any gaps. Okay, and I have a few extras here. So I want this. These ones really don't matter, but I'm just gonna put it in one of the ears. But this does matter, where the dot goes, where the hole goes, because this is. I'm just gonna put the hole here. And this one, we'll just do the same spot here, because I don't want it to hit the little castle when I go to fill it, because these molds don't have a hole in it to fill it with what you're going to fill it with. I have one of these hole punches. It's very small. So I'm just going to set that there and punch, and it makes a very small hole. Just got to make sure when I put this on that the hole is in the right spot, that it's not at the bottom. Now these, I can put them on any ear. I'm picking up that mylar. I don't know if that mylar was a good idea. Okay, and now this acetate has the cover, the protective plastic on both sides. So you want to make sure your hands are clean when you do this. And you got a piece of acetate that is clear. Now I don't have to worry about wiping off the ink. I just got to pull it off the front and the back on all of them. So I will continue doing that, and I will be right back. Okay, I had my resin sitting here, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, and I am going to get a dotting tool, and I'm going to get one of my little cover things here, and I'm going to put some resin. I let it thicken up because I don't want it to run down the sides. I may have let it thicken up too much. That's okay, we'll get it on there. So all I'm doing is taking my dotting tool, and I am just taking the resin and going along the edge, staying closer to the outside edge of the mold or the casting. And I want to cover as much of the surface area without it dripping inside on top of all my little pretties. So that is how I'm going to do that. Now you don't have to do it this way with the epoxy, with the resin. You can go about it with the UV resin and just see how that works out for you. I've had them fall apart, so I don't trust it. So I'm going to take my little acetate. Should have my gloves on. I'm going to set it down. Let me get a silicone thing here, and I'm just looking in the light, tilting to see how this is fitting, to make sure that I got the whole thing covered with no gaps. And then I'm just going to let that cure up like that. I'll do we'll do this one here. Yeah, I might have let that sit to get too thick. Oh well. I can still work with it. You just want it thick enough to where it's not going to drip. And I'm just putting some resin down. I'm also going to put some on this little thing here. Doesn't have to cover the whole thing, but I do want some on there. Okay, let's put the little circle one on. And I want it up at the hole to the side. I'm just dropping it, getting that in like that, and looking in all the light where I can see where this had touched down in there. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue doing this, and then once I get these done, I'm going to let them cure up, and I will be back for the next step. Okay, these are, the resin is cured. I have some baby oil right here, and what I'm going to do, and I have some UV resin in here, and I got a dotting tool, and I got my little UV torch, and my UV lamp is off to the side here. Let's do this one. Let's see if I can keep it in frame. Okay, we're going to wipe it down. Little isopropyl alcohol. Oh, it just came out of there, didn't it? These can be so finicky, but they're fun. There's the hole, and cure it. Drop some more on there. And cure it. Okay, got this one and this one. And I will be back as soon as I'm finished, and we'll go on to the next step. Okay, I have the last two cured. Now I have a baby wipe with some isopropyl alcohol on it. I have a lot of isopropyl alcohol, and all I'm doing now is giving it a final wipe down to make sure I have all the oil off. Okay, and I am going to get set up and mix up some resin, and I will be right back. I have 2 ounces of resin mixed up, and I am just going to start with a little dollop on there. I'm going to get rid of this big giant stick. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me get this up. And I'm just going to bring a little bit out and bring the resin to the edge. And basically, that's all I'm going to do without trying to, I'm going to try not to go over the edge. I am terrible with this part of it. That is why I use the liquid latex. If you are confident with your doming and you know it's not going to leak over the sides, then by all means you do not need to use the liquid latex. If you don't want to use liquid latex but would like to use something else, you can always use Elmer's glue, like the white PVA glue. That works in the same way as the Elmer's glue, as the liquid latex. So there are options, and you do what's comfortable for you. This is what's comfortable for me. This is how I like to do mine. Like I said, you don't have to use the resin like I did for the acetate. It's just, I just find it holds up better, especially for kids. If you're giving these to kids, my granddaughters like putting these on their backpacks, and we know how the backpacks get flung around. At least they fling theirs around, you know. But that's why I take the little extra steps with it. And if it runs over the side, I am not stressed, but I am trying to get better at doing this. And like they say, practice. So, and I can see the edge of the resin. I think what I do is I push it so close to the edge that I break the surface tension. So, like this one here, I feel like I broke the surface tension on it. But I ain't gonna worry about it. So I'm gonna go and do this one now. And bring it to the edge. I had this little doming mat. I did get it from Little Windows. I really like this doming mat. I have two of them. I bought one, I want to say in 2018. I think it was. And then I bought another one last year before that, because I use them. Yep. So I'm going to continue doing this. Probably put you on time lapse, or if it gets to get too long for that, then I will see you when this is done, and I'll show you how I finish these off. Okay, these are all cured. Looks like I didn't overspill on any of them, which is shocking. So we're just gonna peel off the back. That's how easy that comes off. Wow, I really did a good job on these. And we're just gonna, the thicker you put the liquid latex, the easier it is to peel off. You see how easy that's coming off? There's no fighting it. It helps too that I didn't over pour on any of these, which is completely a shock. So there's that. There's the liquid latex. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show how I finish these off. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these around like so. I'm going to put the actually put this on a flat surface, because even though these are cured, keeping it on here will, especially since I domed the side, and if I keep it on this here, you'll get little, look like little pit marks. So I'm just going to put this on a smooth, clean surface. I have a silicone mat. I use a silicone mat for all my glues and all my junky stuff. And I have some of these. These are key rings and lobster claws, looks like. Just want to make sure that those work. And I'm going to get one of these. I'm going to get my split ring. It's a little tool to open split rings, and that's what these are. When you have a ring that, a keychain, you can get them in small ones that look like jump rings. You can get them in the large ones. Just a keychain, basic keychain, but they're called split rings. You're going to open it up like that. Slide the hook on, and this little split ring tool saves your nails. So basically, I'm going to do that to all of these. So let me get that out of the way. That comes later. And then I have these little glue-on bales. They're real small. It's for glue. I'm going to take some E6000 and I'm going to put some on the silicone mat. I'm going to close my glue. I have this little tool here. And I'm going to get, this is for wood glue. I'm just going to, it's silicone or rubber or whatever it is. I'm just going to take some of that and I'm going to stick it on the bale. I mean, you can work straight from the bottle if you want. And then I'm just going to place that right there. And hopefully they don't fall. Just like that. And then I'm going to get another one. See, that looks like it's going to fall. So let me find something to support that on there with. That's part of the fun, isn't it? I like using just regular old cardstock to prop things up with. That way I can get it exactly how I want it. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to let that dry. And I'm going to get another one. And let's place this one over. Trying to keep it in frame. So basically, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'll get this one here. Get some more glue. Like so. And stick it on there. So I'm going to continue doing that with all of these, and once it dries, I will be back. Okay, I'm going to show you how I finish these off. I get the pom-poms that have the matching tassel, and it has the key ring and the chain. What I do for my granddaughters, and I do these in general on here, is I'll open the split ring of the keychain, and I'll add this chain with the hook to the split ring here, to the keychain. So it will look like this. Okay. Then I take the keychain that's attached to the tassel or to the pom-pom, and I open that up. I'm having a hard time seeing this. Okay, open that up. And I'm going to slide that in. I don't know why I struggle when I'm on camera. I was doing just fine. I'm going to open that up. And I am going to put that in like that. And we're going to just wrap it around. The reason I do the two of them, these usually hang on their backpacks. So I want to give them something where they can hang something else on here if they want. And then this allows it to hang from their backpack instead of, you know, so it doesn't, I don't know, it moves better on backpacks and stuff like that. But if you don't want to add that, you just want to have the keychain, don't add this, the lobster claw with the other chain, just have it like that. But I like it for the movement on the chain. So that's how I finish them off. So I'm going to finish off these last two, and we'll go through the shakers. Okay, let's see what we got here. We have this one here. I'm going to zoom in. We got this one here. Turned out beautiful when it moves. See, I like how it doesn't move too fast. It's not just floating. I mean, just, then you get this one here. I'm really surprised that all of these have turned out really nice. This one's my favorite. That one's nice. Then you have this one. That turned out really nice. And this one here. And the pink one. This one turned out real pretty too. I like the color of that blue. And this is just resin that I had left over from different projects. This one's clear on both sides. I really like that. And then you have the red one. And I didn't overfill them this time. So there it is. There is my shakers. I really like doing these. I had to get these done. As you can see, they were piling up on me. So I hope you like this. Let me know if you like this kind of content. And if you'd like to see more, gladly do more of these. I love doing them. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. So I want to thank you for hanging out with me today. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave in the comment section down below. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I noticed that a lot of my viewers, that returned viewers, are not subscribed. So if you're watching my videos, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more. And to my subscribers, I truly appreciate you. You have a great day and God bless. Bye.